First on BBC One Scotland, we're off to the doctors.
Finished. Are you crazy? Come on.
No, come on, we're so close to it.
No, look, we're leaving now. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Keep trying. I can't believe we didn't get it. Just a few more seconds.
I don't care. I just want to get out of here.
Why wasn't I called? I want everything you've got on the security breach by 2 o'clock.
Here's the access log.
Heston Carter.
Well, you didn't give up to social services then? Wow, even you have a heart.
Happy New Year to you too. How was your Christmas?
Yeah, not bad. Just spent it with Kirsten's family in Leicestershire. Yeah, pretty quiet, really.
Girlfriends and babies. Far cry from childish punch-ups, remember?
How can I forget?
You never really did cut it as a rebel, though.
Maybe not.
Oh, that's nice. This was such a great night, you know. Just wish Jimmy and Archie hadn't missed it.
Oh, I don't suppose you mind him sunning himself in the Caribbean?
Yeah, except he fell into a mangrove swamp. I was in earlier. He had to go off to the station. Ah! I take it this is just a flying visit that your daughter was making this morning?
Good Christmas?
Did Santa get you something special?
Santa is extremely out of pocket.
Archie Hallam, you dark horse. Where have you been hiding? Not answering my calls about a drink last week, missing the Christmas party.
Yeah, sorry, I've been busy.
With Kirsten? Well, as long as you're both behaving yourselves.
Happy New Year!
Oh.
Mwah. Mwah.
And to you too. I should get ready for surgery.
Yes. Lots to do.
So you've had difficulty breathing?
Bit bronchial. One of the joys of an airless prison.
I hear the food's pretty terrible too. What medication have you been getting?
Not much. Prison quacks aren't as nice as you civilian dogs. Nor as handsome.
Do you mind if I take a listen? And deep breaths. It's okay, do you need some water? Obviously, I can't do a thorough diagnosis here, but I'm surprised the prison released you.
Our parting of ways was mutual.
Well, they have a duty of care towards you, Bonnie. I'd like to speak to them.
I'm not going back to that place.
That's not what I'm suggesting. But you should get yourself to hospital.
Never liked them much either.
Well, you need to get yourself checked out properly. At least book in for a review with your GP. You've got one, right?
Are you available?
Look at you. You're quite the new man.
Worn out man, more like. Now she's crawling, I'm spending half my time chasing after her.
Into everything she shouldn't.
My heroin stash is safely locked away. The rest of the place is like Fort Knox. It's quite funny, actually. Lily's complaining that she can't even go to the loo without having to unlock something. But I do need some advice.
Well, ask Auntie George.
OK. Well, now that she's mobile, what about soft play? Are we talking bear pits or good, clean entertainment?
The latter, most of the time.
OK. Organic barrier creams. Hype or worth the extortionate cash?
The latter, I'm afraid. You're really quite prepared.
Well, I'm getting there. Oh, one last thing.
Well, I will have to start charging you in a minute.
Sign language. Did you find it helpful?
Well, Bracken and I kind of developed our own, really, for when she was hungry and when she was wet.
Okay, get the drift. There's a group in Leatherbridge. I've signed her up just in case.
Well, you know, there's no rush. She's got plenty of time. You might want to deal with the more immediate issues first.
Like?
Like morning surgery with a baby on your chest.
Oh, don't worry about that. I have a cunning plan.
Right, you lot! Calm down and stay there! I could have done without this fan club.
Who's a celebrity?
Yeah. How'd you coppers live with yourself, eh? Protecting scum like that instead of our kids. All right, now get back. I don't know how you sleep at night, mate.
Well, not bad, actually. But what is all this? Has some sex offender been released or something?
That's right. Bonnie Jeffers, the woman you've just seen.
Well, I had no idea. Would you have treated her differently? No, not at all.
You're a better man than me. Send Jeffers back to prison!
Send Jeffers back to prison!
Send the prison back!
Send the prison back!
Julia, I know it's not ideal, but she responds so well to you, and I couldn't leave her alone so soon.
The answer's no. Honestly, Daniel, when you need to grow up and accept some responsibility.
I thought I had.
We've had the whole of Christmas to sort out childcare. Honestly, Daniel, you leave everything to the last minute. That is so typical of you. Then you expect people to cover for you.
You're right, I'll sort something out.
Yeah, you will, by tomorrow.
Well, what about today?
Daniel, I've got a totally full morning. I mean, what makes you think that I'm going to have enough time to look after her?
Thank you, Julia. Thank you.
All right, this is the last time. You got that?
Yep.
OK, go on.
Look, you go. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Where? Yeah, I know the place. All right, thanks. Cheers. All right, guys, we found her. Come on this way.
Who is it? Who's there? Oh. Hello. I need to speak to Dr. Clay. I know I need to see him. It's urgent.
Yeah, it's fine. I've been keeping an eye on the phones. No one's said anything, so... listen, I've got to go. I'll see you later.
Don't let us chase you away. So, how are your portals to the underworld, cenotes?
No, well remembered. It was fascinating, examining human remains that are hundreds of years old.
From human sacrifice?
Well, that's debatable. But the cenotes were seen as portals to the underworld. Sacred writing from that period talk about the dead making torturous journeys through oozing blood and bats and spiders.
I can't imagine anything more terrifying.
Dr. Cutt, I am blue in the face explaining to Mrs. Wright that her test results are negative.
Yeah, Vivian, I will be with you in a minute.
You were saying?
Well, maybe we could put aside some quality time and then you can tell me more about it then.
You sure it's your cup of tea?
Well, more like a delicate brandy. With dinner tonight.
Oh, I can't.
Pity.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Wednesday?
Well, okay.
Tuscan feast or Chinese banquet?
What?
Ladies' prerogative.
Well, you decide. I better get back.
It's cold.
Sorry.
It's twice you've had your hand on my chest.
I need to listen.
Sorry. I'll be a good little patient.
Yeah, the air's not getting into your lungs as well as it should be.
Really?
Well, you should have taken my advice and gone to the hospital.
So it's serious?
Yes.
Like emphysema?
Well, if you knew, why didn't you tell me?
It's never been officially diagnosed.
You don't get this bad without someone noticing.
Oh, to be fair to the prison, I've played things down a little.
Right, well, you need to see the respiratory consultant at St. Phil's right away.
What will they do?
Make you more comfortable, isn't that what you want?
I'm quite comfortable here. What about you?
What?
I noticed things. You didn't warm up the stethoscope this time.
Great, that's all I need.
Get the pedo out! Get the pedo out! Get the pedo out!
You like being friends with paedophiles, then?
She's not my friend, she's my patient. Oh, who did this? Right, you all need to leave now.
Oh, yeah?
But she's very sick.
Oh, that's a shame, eh? Let's hope she dies, eh?
Yeah!
Spare her misery!
Yeah!
Excuse me.
See, while you're wasting your time treating scum like that, there are patients in your surgery. People a lot more deserving.
I don't decide who I see.
That's rubbish. See, while she gets the flats and the doctor on call, what do the kids get, eh? The ones that she's abused, what do they get? A life sentence, that's what. Get the pedo out. Get the pedo out! Get the pedo out!
I'm calling the police.
PCT minute. I expect you'll want to do them later. Yeah. I'm surprised you fell for Dr. Granger's tricks. He's been trying all sorts of flattery on everybody else.
I know. But actually, I wanted to look after Izzy.
Really?
Yeah, it takes my mind off things. Did you know that my grandson was 3 weeks old today?
Is he really?
Yeah.
What did they decide to call him in the end?
Marlin.
Marvin?
No, marlin. As in fish that comes from the ocean.
Oh, my dear Lord.
Oh, dear. You know, I wouldn't actually tell him this, but I was really impressed with Daniel this morning. I think that Izzy's transformed him.
Well, let's hope it lasts.
How do you mean?
Presumably the mother will turn up at some point.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Yeah.
Oh, they should be here by now.
Sit down. What did the mob have to say?
Oh, I'm sure you've heard it all before.
Seems to have made an impression on you.
It's just hot in here, that's all. I really use some air.
So could I.
That door won't hold much longer. Where are the police?
We should get a move on. Need to nip to the shops. I'm dying for a fag.
Well, you're still smoking? You know what it's doing to you?
You sound like you care.
Just drop the fags, okay?
You're really trying, aren't you?
To do what?
Treat me like anyone else, not judge.
Yeah, I'm your doctor, not your priest.
Just as well, because I don't do confession. What would be the point? I don't feel guilty.
I don't believe that.
If I had my time again, I'd do it all. Exactly the same.
While you were all loved up, I spent Christmas Day with Mum and her mates. Honestly, they talk about it, even I blushed.
Yeah?
Yeah. I tell you what, the Rolling Stones have a lot to answer for. Hello? After Archie.
Sorry. Busy?
I've got a patient in 5, but Archie's free. Oh, and that duet at the Christmas party was a real star turn.
No, really?
Seriously, when are you gonna give it up?
Fortes fortuna adiuvat. Fortune favours the bold. Speaking of which, Archibald, I want to have a little chat with you about something concerning Trelawney Wells.
Really? Why?
It's a bit delicate. My room?
Blood pressure's high. You should rest. All this talking's not doing you any good.
You thinking about me or you? Why should I deny who I am? I didn't hurt them. I was gentle, always gentle.
This isn't my concern.
What I did was born out of love.
Love?
I was a swimming coach. A good one, too. I'd sit for hours, just watching them gliding through the water. They seemed the most perfect, most beautiful things in the world.
Oh, I'm really not interested.
I didn't force myself on any of those boys. They came to me with their tears and their problems.
And you took advantage?
I helped them.
They were kids?
Sexually mature kids.
Oh, not inside, not in here!
I made them feel safe.
Safe?
Isn't that what every little boy wants?
You've no idea.
Who made you feel safe, Jimmy?
This isn't about me.
Just asking a question. Why so touchy?
Shut up! Just shut up!
Get the pedo out! Get the pedo out! Get the pedo out!
Hello, officer. Company arrested, have you? Well, she's in there.
All right, you lot. Go on, stand back.
Sorry, can't do that.
Drop the brick! Drop the brick! Drop it now! Drop the brick! Oh!
Come on! What are you doing? Back up! Let him go! What are you doing? Let him go! Get off him! Come on!
Bloody hell.
Come on!
Someone get Dr. Clay! Get Dr. Clay now!
As I said, it's a little awkward. I'd rather not ask you this.
Just do what you gotta do.
Doesn't do to admit that I find their data entry a little tricky. I mean, it's Excel absolutely impenetrable.
Right. Yeah, sorry, my brain wasn't in gear. Must be all that Christmas cheer or something.
That might explain why I'm having problems.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yeah.
So do we need an ambulance?
Yeah, better be on the safe side. I've checked his heart and his BP. He should be fine, but you never know.
What?
Well, it looks like you've fainted. We need to get you looked at properly. You should take it easy.
What? With that in the room?
Yeah, well, it's her place, so you're lucky she let you in.
This better not be a cry for attention. I hope you really are dying.
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah, I forgot. You enjoy treating paedophiles.
Right, I think you should stop now.
You think I'm the bad guy here? Has she told you about my boy David? He was a happy lad. Loved swimming. Only one day, he starts making excuses. Doesn't want to go to the pool. Well, I wasn't having that. And I forced him to go. And we had this huge argument. And I really lost it. And when I looked over, I saw he was sobbing. And sobbing. And that's when he told us. And I didn't know what to do. And it made me feel sick. And every time I looked at him, I thought about what she had done. And I knew others would too. So that is why I made him keep it quiet. I thought it was for the best.
What happened?
He
tied his sheets around his neck. And he hung himself.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But she's sorry!
Were you a good girl, Francis Julia? Yes. Good. Did you miss your daddy? Yeah.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey.
Listen, there's something that I need to ask you, and I hope you don't mind. Did you hear from Izzy's mummy at all over Christmas?
No. I presume she's still in South America.
So you've still got no idea what kind of commitment she wants?
Well, I suppose dumping your child speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Well, you said to yourself that she was having a difficult time, and if things have calmed down, she might feel very differently.
Izzy's still my daughter.
I know. And before Christmas, you talked about finding out for sure.
She's got Daddy's devastating good looks. A DNA test's just a formality.
But you did get one?
Yeah, just haven't got around to taking it, so...
Well, you can bring it round my room later, and I'll do it for you. Okay?
Excuse us.
Bonnie? Bonnie? Bonnie?
Shouldn't have left her alone.
Good riddance. That's what I see.
Well, that's it. All the protests, the hatred. Would really help you, does it?
No. It's too late for me. But I keep scum like that off the streets.
Oh, like your wife. Does she approve? Does she make you tea and sandwiches before you go?
My wife left me after David died. We dealt with her grief differently.
Yeah, but I don't think you are dealing with it. You didn't come here today to throw bricks at her house. You wanted answers.
Come on, you saw for yourself. She wasn't the least bit sorry for what she'd done.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
She didn't show one shred of guilt.
I saw how she reacted when she heard how David died. I think something finally hit home, all that pain she'd caused.
Really?
I don't think it was just a coincidence that she chose that moment to die.
Maybe we're rushing things.
Look, putting off the test isn't going to make this any easier.
Can you just hang on to it for me?
The longer you spend with Izzy, the harder this is going to be. We can all see how attached you've become.
I never expected this, you know. You know me, I don't do babies.
Well, things change.
Before Christmas, I was afraid that the test would show that she was my daughter, and now I'm terrified it won't.
You feel like a dad. Look, Ronnie was the same. You know, right through the pregnancy, a month after she was born even, he still thought she was a mistake, and then one day, boy, he changed.
Couldn't be without her, right?
He fell in love.
No. Just live in this fear that she's going to be taken away from me at any moment.
Then stop putting it off and do the test.
Give me a minute, okay?
You reckon Martin will be okay?
An ambulance is taken him to hospital.
When Bonnie's been surrounded by counsellors, what helps he had?
You seem to have done something.
Maybe.
Do you believe all that stuff? That Bonnie was sorry?
I don't know.
I don't. Not for a minute. You got the best outcome for all concerned.
What do you mean?
What you were saying before about not treating her any differently. Well, you wouldn't be human if you could do that.
Yeah, if you say so.
Oh, come on. You were with her quite a while, right? You must have known how ill she was.
She kept refusing treatment.
Right, I'm not blaming you.
For what?
Well, you knew she was on her way out, and yet you didn't call an ambulance. Something hold you back?
Hey. Is everything okay?
Yeah, apart from nearly blowing it with Heston.
What happened?
Nothing. I thought he was on to us, but I was getting paranoid. Have you got the swipe card?
We can't give it back. What if he realises it was missing?
He hasn't mentioned it.
Still, I don't want to take the risk. I'm already suspicious if it just suddenly reappears.
Yeah, but that's what links us to the lab. We should get rid of it.
Not yet. Let's just sit tight. Right now, nobody knows it was us.
Okay, but I hope you're right.
I am. Stop worrying.
One, maybe more intruders were able to enter a high-security building, access our computers, and just walk out. None of you got so much as a look at them. Anyone care to explain? Well, assuming you'd all like to keep your jobs, I suggest you find these people. Do I make myself clear?
We're getting married. Congratulations. When's this happening?
Oh, we've not decided yet.
Is there a deli near here? You know, a decent one, not a corner shop that does quiche.
I don't want to be the other woman. Because I'm not really. You are.
Are you stalking me, Miss Darwish? I don't mind as long as you don't tie me up too tightly.
I think we need to get him, Uz. Now!
A case holds a number of comic twists and turns for Dr. Sloan next this afternoon in Diagnosis Murder, here on BBC One Scotland.